Hi everyone, this is Suzanne, and it is the fall of 2020, and I wanted to get on and share a quick video with you about how the Watermarquee website has changed a little bit in terms of how it looks. Their pricing has changed a little bit as well, and the video that I had made about this was back in 2019, so it's been a little bit over a year. And I always like to have updated videos so that I can see that the person who made the video is keeping up, but also that I can relate better to the newer interface. All right, so with that all being said, I am on the Watermarquee website. And as you scroll down here on the home page, it tells you that you don't have to install anything. It's very easy to use, which you're going to see, and you can customize everything. So they have a video, and then they give you some details about what they offer. So you can watermark with text. You can use a logo to make your watermark. They have templates. You can adjust the colors, the fonts, and everything is done very quickly. All right, so let's get into it. So when you go to the free version, like it said, you don't have to download anything, which is really, really great. And you don't have to put in a credit card or anything. They do give you the option to upgrade to their Pro plan, which gives you an unlimited number of photos or graphics or whatever you're doing, premium fonts, premium templates, and unlimited size. Now, last year in 2019, when I did this, it was $12 to upgrade, so clearly the pricing has gone up a little bit. But based on the time that you save, I think it's worth it, even at what they're offering it for. Okay, so there are two ways that you can upload your images. You can drag and drop, or you can select the photos. I'm going to do the latter. All right, so I'm going to attempt to do 6 of these. Actually, I'm going to leave out one of these. Okay. Okay, and so it's telling me that the free version can only watermark 5 images at a time, whereas if I had the Pro, then it would allow me to watermark an unlimited number of images. So it's easy enough and quick enough to do it 5 images at a time. If you do have a lot of images, you probably would want to go ahead and spend the $19 just so that you can do them all at once and free up that time. But that is completely up to you. All right, so I'm going to type in the text that I want to have as my logo or as my watermark. If I wanted to use a logo, I could do that as well. But for now, what I'm interested in doing is just putting in my URL. Okay, so you'll see here that I can change the fonts. So before I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add the text, and it's pretty large. So what I'm going to do is, let's try, and you can't type, you have to use a slider, which is a little bit harder to maneuver with, but that's okay. All right, so that looks about the right size for me. And I think I will go with a white watermark. So I know the hex code. And I'm going to move it from here to about here. Now, I'm not putting it very close to the bottom because I want the watermark to be visible. My thinking is that if I put it further down, somebody could chop it off and just use it. And the idea of doing this is so that I can get people to hopefully visit my website if they like what they're seeing here. All right, so you can choose a background. Right now, black is chosen, but it's Actually, let's see what happens. Let me choose a red background. All right, so that's not me. So let's do, I'll go ahead and I'll do the white background. Or actually the black, that's the black background. If I were to do the white background, then you're not going to be able to see it. You'll just see the background. So I'll go ahead and do the black, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it transparent, which you can do using this bottom slider. So the top slider controls the color, the bottom slider controls the opacity of, for this, of the background. Okay, so I chose white as the text color. Now what I can do is I can choose the opacity of the text itself. So before I was showing you the background. Here, if you're observing what's going on, it's getting more and more faded. So typically I'll do it somewhere between 40 and 50. So let's try 40. All right, and that looks pretty good. If I wanted to have a logo, then I could well, I assume that there is a place for your logo. All right. Maybe that's in the Pro plan. All right, but I'm fine with just the text. So I'm going to leave it as it is, and then I'm going to hit download. And what they're doing is they are adding that watermark to all 5 images. So I could download each of these individually, or I can download them all as a zip file. And my computer lags a little bit when I'm recording. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at what these look like. So I'm going to extract. Okay. So here is my folder. And this is what they will look like. So these are the 5. Now for this one, I may want to think about whether I move that a little bit. So maybe I could do that in a different batch where it might look better if it were up here. But because it was in that batch, then it was where I put it. All right, so that's basically how you use Watermarquee. Like I said, you don't have to use the Pro. You can do 5 images at a time all day long on the website, and there's no problem with that. I've never encountered a problem with that. But if you do have a lot of images, then it might be worth it for the time that you save to do that, especially since you're paying once and then you can always use it again. The other thing that has changed is that they have a little bit more robust of a website. Looks like they have a blog now, which they did not have last year, if memory serves me correctly. So I haven't read any of these, but they might be of interest to you. All right, so I hope that helps you in terms of your watermarking, and I will see you in the next video.